Hey everybody, how's it going? Superfiend here, and welcome back to our Skarsnik campaign. So let's see here. We got a rebellion in the Southern Grey Mountains. That's down here. We're not going to worry about that. And a greenskin Wa. That's over here. Okay. Our Wa was destroyed? That must be somewhere else. That must be somewhere else. And let's see. Tilia was destroyed. We lost another Wa. We had a battle down here. And then there's lots of raiding. Tons of raiding. We're going to have a rebellion over here at the Black Mountains. Aren't these the Black Mountains? Pretty sure these are the Black Mountains, right? These are the Black Mountains, so I don't know why. Oh, okay. I was one screen behind, one notification screen behind. So, Azag lost his Wa. How did he lose his Wa? What happened? What happened? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Azag and his Wa. That's very interesting. Okay, well, we'll come back and look at that in a minute. And let's hear. We got this rebellion over at Zarexil. They'll come attack us in a little bit. Probably going to be mostly goblins. We should be able to hold them off. We've been pretty successful so far in that regard. Let's see. The greenskins here, Gorget. That's not the Wa, right? We don't know which one is the Wa. And they're both level 1. So this one's the Wa. Okay. So we got a Wa there. I don't know if we want to take Karak Eight. We certainly, with Azag, can't beat these two greenskin armies just with Azag by himself. So we'll go figure that out in a few moments. And let's see, we lost Karak at Karak recently, and this is just getting sacked over and over again. Those are greenskins. And this is greenskins also, so it's the same greenskin faction that's doing that to us now. Now we got the Scabby Eye, and let's see, the top knots down here, and they're not going to accept peace because we just completely crushed them. Now where are the Skull Takers? They would do non-aggression, and I'd prefer to get like a military alliance with them. That'd be about the only thing that would be helpful, because then we could ask them to come fight the greenskins for us. And the Von Karsteins are not at war with the greenskins, just with the rebels. We can only ask them to fight the rebels, and same with these guys. So that's just not going to work. We're not going to get anything out of that. And this is Grimgor and Wurzag's Wa. Was this Wurzag? No, Snazdrog's Wa. Okay, Wurzag's Wa is right here. Alright, so we got Wurzag coming in up here to deal with the top knots. Top knots are almost gone. So I think what we're going to end up doing, we need to disband an army. Which army? I don't know which army, but we need to get rid of one army, because then we'll finally be positive, breaking even at least with the money up there. With this fellow here, I want to get Lightning Strike. I want to make sure I get Lightning Strike with everybody pretty much. So let's go Sacking, Ironheart, and then the next levels will go into Lightning Strike. And this guy, let's see, we can kill this army right here with him. So we'll do that. And if he has enough movement, we might be able to get the rebellion too. Okay, we're just going to auto-resolve this. And let's see, fightiness is at -4. He's also, okay, so his wall was destroyed. So, you know, let's take the replenishment, especially if we're going to try to fight this rebellion here. Okay. And let's see, we do have the movement. We have the movement to fight them. Now, it's going to take almost all of this guy's movement to get him into this army. So let's see. Do we have enough movement? It looks like we do. So let's inch our way up a little bit further. Okay, let's just move this big boss right here. Okay, so he's got half his movement. He looks like he has enough to embed in this army and then attack this guy. And then this guy here, he's got tons of movement. So let's put him in here. These guys will help tip the balance, these little war bosses. And let's attack. All right. Bunch of orc boys. They got some wolf rider archers and some regular wolf riders. And what's this do? Leadership to the assigned unit. Let's go ahead and give this to... one of these is unbreakable. This one is not. So we'll go ahead and give these guys the extra leadership. Let's go ahead and fight this battle. We want to kill this rebellion. And then we could pretty much disband this guy's army. We'll take the big bosses out. But we could let this guy's army go. And save ourselves a bunch of money every turn in upkeep. Okay, so let's see. And do we have archers? We don't really have any missile units of our own. So let's see. I think we're going to deploy like this. And okay, so we're going to set the war machines back just a little bit. They can hit the orc boys and they can hit the cavalry. So that will cause the AI to move forward. And let's see. Night goblins. Now these guys are unbreakable, right? These are the unbreakable ones. And our regular ones. And our chariot is really hurt. Our chariot should be able to catch the wolf rider archers. Alright, now these guys, they're not fast. They don't have mounts. So we're just going to kind of embed them in the middle there. And we'll do the same thing with this guy. We'll put some nasty skulkers in front. And the rest of these nasty skulkers will kind of cover the flank here. And there's one unit of archers. And let's see, and the squigs. Now, squigs are not particularly fast, so they're not going to be able to catch these. So we're better off using the squigs as flankers. And these these missile units, missile cavalry, they're going to come over here. They're going to fire on these guys. So we're going to set these guys over here to kind of hold them at bay and take the missile fire. Or maybe we'll use these guys instead, and we'll use the one that has more unit strength up here. Alright. And let's see. What are our melee stats and stuff? What do they look like? Not superb. This guy, he doesn't have a whole bunch of red line buffs yet. Okay, here we go. So yeah, let's fire on the orc boys. Those are the bigger threat. Okay, so we're going to do some good damage to the orc boys as they march forward. That was a good hit. Oh, right in the middle. But they seem to be moving pretty quick. They're going to get across the battlefield pretty fast. And let's see. So these two so far are taking the most damage from the artillery. The rest of them are holding up pretty good. Now they're jumbling up here. The AI is doing silly stuff. So now the goblin archers are going to get hit. Maybe the goblin spears. Yeah, but we want to get those guys weakened as much as possible. Alright, so our Night Goblin archers are going to win the missile fight here. And our chariot's taking most of their missile fire back. See, they're already starting to waver. And so now we just need to get in here with the chariot and get into the wolf archers. And okay, so these guys are firing on our flank, just like we thought they would. Okay, now let's redirect to the orc boys that are slightly farther away and onto these goblin archers. Okay, these guys are just going to have to stand here and take this missile fire. Actually, if we move forward a little bit, it'll drive the wolf archers away. So we'll just kind of chase them. Chariot's losing over here. Expected that. Get the fanatics out. Okay, we got their general here. Alright, now let's fire on them with the archers. The archers are probably going to get tangled up, so we're going to go ahead and bring the squig hoppers that way anyways. And coming around the flank here with our nasty skulkers. Okay, we're winning the fight in here, nice and easy. All the war machines are firing on these guys here, and here come the squig hoppers. So now let's get our archers out of here. The squig hoppers are taking care of the wolf riders. And let's get a nice rear charge. And let's bring these guys over. We'll get a rear charge over here, and we'll cause these guys to crumble. Okay. Doing good. Okay. And now we'll redirect the war machines onto these orc boy units that are fleeing. Cause casualties as they keep running. Alright. That's going to be it for the battle. Just got these wolf riders over here. Now they're broken. Okay, good. So, nice, simple battle. And look at the war machine kills. They're doing great. I made a big mistake early in like the first 10 turns of the campaign when I didn't go for the goblin workshop. That is why we had a hard time holding our territory against the dwarves. Let's see, his fightiness is pretty high. So we'll go ahead, we'll take the money. And he doesn't have any more movement to get over there. He leveled up, so here we go, 2 points in the lightning strike. And let's just get him into reinforce. Actually, let's put him in the settlement. This guy's got a level here. Let's see, we're doing assassin. Alright, so we're looking pretty good down here now. You know, maybe Wurzag is the army we want to get rid of. Look how expensive his army is. Let's see. What are these guys? These guys are 350 per turn. We can disband them. We don't need to pay that Regiment of Renown fee for those guys anymore. Doom Diver is 250. You know, I'm thinking maybe we just let go of the Doom Diver. And let's see. How far can he move? Let's underway move. Here, the Wa's gonna follow. And let's see. This guy here, he could take either one of these armies by himself. So let's you know, let's force march. Let's see what do these guys look like. Let's force march all the way up here. And that's going to cause them they're either going to flee or they're going to underground move, and then maybe we'll catch them. That's the idea. And then we got Skarsnik here. There's going to be a rebellion. So let's go ahead and let's move Skarsnik halfway. We don't want to be in a raiding stance. You know, the rebellion usually spawns like right there. So let's just move Skarsnik to here and go into ambush stance. And maybe he'll catch him in an ambush. Alright, we got about 4 turns before we can declare war on the dwarves, because I would like to get Grunty Mingle. And I'd like to get Spite Peak. That's what that is, right? Spite Peak. We got all this other stuff. And we do have a siege over here. It's a bunch of savage orcs. How strong is our garrison? Our garrison is full strength. So we might be able to hold this with just the garrison. We may not need Grimgore or anybody else. Now with Grimgore, what do we do here? Are these greenskin rebels? Okay, so we could fight these guys. And, well, right now we're not going to go bankrupt. So we don't have to disband anything. We're not going to have to disband anything. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to attack these guys with Grimgore. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to fight this. We'll lead the charge with Grimgore. He's going to tear these guys apart. And I don't know what's in the WA, but if they got missile units, we'll use them to kill the melee cavalry, the Goblin Wolf Riders. Alright. Yeah, not the world's greatest force, huh? Okay, we're going to put the spiders like so. Let's see. We got full strength wolf chariots. And we got some spider archers. Got a giant trolls. Bunch of night goblins. And let's see, we got a goblin boss, we got Grimgor, he's going to be in front. And we got 4 units of night goblin archers, which is nice. Alright, so we're going to do this, we're going to set the archers that way. We'll turn skirmish mode on the archers. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to move everybody forward at a walk so that they all kind of stay together. Alright, now let's see here. Start assigning missile units to targets. I think we're going to charge into the goblin spears with the chariot. Okay, so these guys are moving that way to take care of them. And the giant and everything else here. Alright, Grimgor. Okay. And we'll charge with these guys, bring these guys around. Now, can we go through? Can we pull all the way through with the chariot? Go ahead and get skirmish mode on there. Oh, what was I doing with the war machine? I'm such a knucklehead. Whoops. All right, let's get these guys back on here. And Grimgor, where you at, buddy? Make everybody nice and strong in the center here. So the giants, the trolls got that buff. Get the spiders out of here. It's our boss. He'll go this way. Alright, so we got everything under control over there. And we'll put Grimgor on their boss. We'll run down the goblins that are broken. Go follow the spears. Let's go get the spiders. And let's see, trolls are fast. Now let's see, we'll send these guys back over this way. And let's see. Set the Wolf Riders, or I'm sorry, the Fanatics out on the Wolf Riders. Okay, they're crumbling. Alright. Not a difficult battle. We're about evenly matched, but of course, you know, with Grimgor being in our ranks, it's not even close to fair. Okay, now over here... Grimgor is going to have enough for a WA, but he doesn't have any units. Let's see, what do we get here if we take the money? You know, let's go ahead and just do leadership. We'll do leadership. And let's see. Can we still catch these guys? Okay, so let's go ahead and just move Grimgor forward. Now, let's see. So we'll put him there, and we'll have these guys attack this rebellion. So that'll take care of them on the next turn. And then, let's see. It looks like the border princes are going to take care of Barak Var. They're probably going to raise it. I hope they don't. Okay, so Warzag. What do we do with Warzag? Now, we could use the underway. Okay, see, we need lots of money. So we could use the underway and put some pressure on the border princes. And we could use Azag to do some sacking. We could sack this settlement between Azag and Grimgor and the Wall. We might be able to take the army here. We should be able to take Akendorf. We could sack that. And all that money that we get, we can use, well, one, we wouldn't have to disband any armies. And two, we'd be able to upgrade our provinces. And three, the border princes and the dwarves are military allies, right? So we'd be at war with the dwarves again, which means we could take Grunty Mingle, and then Skarsnik, he could just bounce over this way and lay siege over here. And we would be able to take Spite Peak. So we'd be able to get some money. We'd be back at war with the dwarves, most likely. I think the dwarves would join in. So I'm kind of thinking with Azag, what we want to do is we want to come under here, where we could put some pressure on the border princes. Now, the other thing we could do with Azag is we could come under here, like this way. We could force march all the way over to here, and we could set up Grimgor and this Wa. We could set them all up over here in reinforcement range, and we could attack the border princes here, and we could kill this army, and then go straight to Akendorf. So we could do that also. And that's actually, that's kind of not bad. It's kind of a good idea to do that. Now, if we use Azag and we go through the underway over to here, there's a chance these guys can catch us. But we do have pretty high chance of evading when using the underway. So, it's risky, though. It's risky. We're going to go here with Azag. And on the next turn, or two, depending on what our money looks like, we're either going to head towards Barak Var with Grimgor and the Wa and Azag. And we're going to take care of the border princes here and then turn on Akendorf. Or we'll take Azag and we'll move them this way towards Zorak. And then Azag and Skarsnik together could get Myrmidons again. And then they could head over to this rebellion. So that's a good choice too. And maybe Grimgor and the Wa by themselves can take care of the border prince's army. Let's see. So who owns Barak Var? The greenskin rebels. So the border princes are laying siege to it. There's a rebellion outside of it. There's a lot going on up there. All right. Has everybody moved? Anybody left? Skill points. Grimgor's got a skill point. So let's see. We got Lightning Strike. Mob Boss, Wa Path. So let's go ahead and just go into those two. All right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna auto resolve. There's not much point in fighting that, and we'll go ahead and take the leadership again. Okay, and the Wa and Grimgor, they're gonna replenish because they're here in our territory. We could go up to Karak with them. Okay, these guys probably want peace. Forget it. We don't want peace with the Empire because our military allies will dislike us if we do that. And the vampire accounts are actually pretty strong. And they got a dwarf army up there too. Okay. Alright, so they're going to sack this again. Alright. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Tune in for the next one and have yourself a great afternoon.